How's it going, everybody? How are we all doing? Today we just got dropped the Moff Gideon kit reveal, and I don't really do these too often because I know other people like Arnold and Cubs cover these immediately, but I thought for this one in particular, since I was very excited to hear Moff Gideon was coming in the game, I want to jump on this immediately to share with you my first impressions. I have not read this, I just heard that it dropped. So without further ado, let's go and check this out. So he just dropped. This is the insights, but also you can see there's a kit reveal right here. So let's go over the insights really briefly. It says he's now on the holo tables. Let's just look at this freaking picture. So he's going to be support, he's going to be a leader, he's Empire, and he's an Imperial trooper. So I mean, guys, with the Emperor requirements and needing all those troopers, and now having Moff Gideon as one, I mean, there is like, if you're thinking about going for the Emperor, you just look at the requirements outside of those really good troopers. They're not looking too hot, but now with this guy, I would kind of say maybe push for him. They're a bit easier to get regarding, you know, the type of how hard of difficulty they are to get requirements like the JML requirements. But for the Emperor, I think it's kind of worth it, honestly, for the troopers. And now with Moff Gideon, it seems even more worth it. So he is a trooper. It says he has a dark saber, which we all thought he would, because in the TV show he has it. And he has some more things, and it says he is going to be synergistic with all of the troopers here: Death Trooper, Snow, Shore, and Piet. So lots of cool stuff there. It says, well, I mean, a lot of stuff here. Honestly, you know what? Let's not even look over that. Let's go into the kit reveal. So kit reveal. We'll save the insights for another time, or maybe just save it for a different video. Honestly, I don't know. But maybe you guys want to look at that. So let's go into this. Moff Gideon, Dark Side. We just saw that he's a support, by the way. So he says he's an Empire leader that can lead a fire team into battle and punish enemies with the leader tag. What? With the leader tag? Okay. Interesting. I'm not too sure how many people leads affect other leads. I think we've got both Revens that do that off the top of my head I'm thinking of. I'm not too sure others. But let's go. Basic attack. Deal physical damage to target enemy and gain 1 stack of insight. So this is a new little thing added in here, insight. It says, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Wow, that's kind of crazy there. If Moff Gideon has at least 4 stacks of insight, he gains the special ability Subversive Volley. Insight stacks until the end of the encounter. So you can just keep on using this, and you can stack up crazy amounts. And it allows you to use this special called Subversive Volley, which is amazing. There's no cooldown on this, which is actually the most interesting part of really any character when it comes regarding specials. This is like immediate. I feel like if you can get those 4 stacks, you already have availability of this special. So let's see what the special does. All that basic does is just give you the insight, and that's it, and it stacks for 4 turns. I'll go over my thoughts there in the basic after this special. So this Subversive Volley, it says there is no cooldown. You just got to have 4 stacks of insight, we just read. And it says this. It's an AoE that dazes enemies for 2 turns. And then it says this daze can't be resisted while by enemies with the leader tag. Interesting. So that's not just for the person in the leadership slot. Let's think of it this way. If you're fighting a bounty hunter team with this Moff Gideon, most, if not all, of bounty hunters do have a leader tag, or they have the leader built in with their kit, right? So that would guarantee that it can't be resisted by any of those bounty hunters, like what's his name? Grief Karga, the Mando. Those guys have leaders. So what that reads to me is that you cannot resist the daze, which is actually really cool. I'm kind of pumped for that, honestly. And then it says here, Moff Gideon loses all stacks of insight, and then this ability is removed. So you pretty much just work towards that ability again and again once you have those 4 stacks of insight. So back to the basic. I think that's a great special, by the way. That's kind of awesome. The basic, though, is very interesting because I think it's going to be playing a huge part with Piet. And I feel like if you did not go for Piet previously and you're not farming him, go for him right now. I feel like he's going to be even better because Piet with Empire, he fuels more attacks when he uses a basic. He calls in more Empire. So that means that this guy, Moff Gideon, can do even more basics, which means he can stack up more stacks of insight quicker in the battle, which is actually going to be huge. So I feel like he's going to be a very big asset to any trooper team and any team regarding Piet. So definitely work on your Piet, and once this guy comes in the game, work on him as well. So awesome stuff so far. And then it says this is his actual legit first special. It's called the Dark Saber Lunge, which is on a cooldown of 4, so it's a bit of a heftier cooldown, right? But it says this: deal physical damage to target enemy and just basically inflict armor shred. So just like Sabine ran, I'm pretty dang sure all you are doing is just inflicting armor shred. Nothing more to it. That's pretty simple. I like that. And there's that cool animation you can see right there. He whips it out of his pocket and he just goes ham on that scout trooper. Okay, so pretty awesome stuff. The second special, this one has a Zeta and it's on a cooldown of 6. So this is a big boy cooldown. Let's read it. So it says this: call all Imperial Trooper allies to assist, dealing 30% less damage. Just before we go into any further, I mean, there are so many assists now. If you want to pair this guy with range and Piet, I mean, this guy is bonkers. There's so many assists. This is going to be an extremely scary team. I can easily see this beating more Emperors in arenas and whatnot. I mean, this is crazy, guys. So you deal a huge mass assist, less damage by 30%, and then it says all units lose 100% turn meter, which can be resisted. Whoa, easy. That's kind of crazy because that's not just for the enemies, but that's also for yourself. So everybody goes back to 0% TM, but then you gain 25%. So you actually now start off above them with a TM, which ensures that you go before everybody on the enemy team, which is kind of crazy. Okay. Also, it says then tank allies taunt for 2 turns. Attackers gain 50% offense for 2 turns. That's not offense up. That's just 50% extra offense. And then it says support allies gain 100% protection up. That's kind of crazy. This special is bonkers, guys. Man. Wow. If there's anything so far I like, this is it right here. This is definitely it. You get pretty much a guaranteed full turn on everybody on your team. And then you have pretty much a pre-taunt. If this guy's fast enough, you get a pre-taunt out there. And then you have even more offense. Dude, that's crazy. Man, but it is 6 turns, so keep that in mind. All right, and that's a Zeta. I'm sure that the Zeta is the TM part and maybe the based off roll bonuses as well. And then it says this for the leader. This is his Zeta. So he has 2 Zetas, it says. And this is the tactical deployment Zeta on the lead. At the start of battle, Moff Gideon has exactly 1 dark side. Or if he has 1 dark side tank ally, 2 dark side attackers, and 1 additional dark side support, all dark side allies gain 30% max health and max protection. If all... Okay, hang on right there. That is very, very specific. So if you have at least 1 dark side tank ally, 2 dark side attacker allies, and then 1 additional support ally. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then himself. So he's already a support. You could probably, if that's an additional one, I'm guessing that's not him. It doesn't count himself because he's already a support. So you're going to need probably a Stark in there. He's a support, right? I'm pretty sure. That's amazing. That's pretty much the entire trooper team you want right there. And then it says they get more max health and max protection. And then it says if they are Imperial Troopers, it says whenever an enemy with the leader tag uses an ability, they gain 10% offense stacking to the encounter. What? You know how crazy this is going to be with teams like versus bounty hunters? Really, any team that just has a leadership into their kit. I mean, that's crazy to me. Man, I don't know how. Dude, I don't know how that's going to work. That could be really, really crazy. Partnering that with Piet and his Emperor's Trap unique Zeta, there is so much freaking offense, guys. So much offense. Okay, so let's keep going. Whenever an enemy with a leader tag takes a turn, Moff Gideon gains 1 stack of insight. Holy poop! This is a great freaking lead. What? There's so much happening here. This is... So, Veers in his lead, you get some more TM whenever you gain a buff. But honestly, I would rather go for this. This is like... this is just like crazy offense. Okay. And then it says, last but not least, Imperial Trooper allies gain 40% offense and revive with 50% health and protection the first time they are defeated each encounter. Wow. That is crazy. That's kind of like the new mechanic Savvy with Queel. Or Queel. However, you guys, I don't know how to say the guy's name, but it's kind of like that. The revive, more health protection. So just like that. That's a crazy lead, by the way. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. That's awesome. And then his only unique here is know your adversaries. By the way, shout out to Ultra. Hi to you and Ultra. Always the first one on these posts. Unique 1. It says this. At the start of Moff Gideon's first turn of each encounter, he inflicts Demoralize, a new debuff on all enemies until they are defeated. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, Moff Gideon, until they are defeated, Moff Gideon is defeated, or the end of the encounter. Demoralized, can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. Wow, and then you have less offense, less critical chance, and less critical damage. Does not stack with other debuffs. So when he does first take a turn, you're going to be using, you're going to be having less damage output all the way around the table for everybody on the enemy team, which is crazy. Wow, that's really, really crazy to me. Holy shoot. And then you have, when you do go first, you're probably going to want to use the whole TM gaining, right? So this guy's going to, he has to be pretty fast. He's a support. I would assume he's going to be very, very quick. I just don't know if it's worth it to go back to Veers or stick with him. I don't know if there's enough troopers in the game to support two different teams there. So that's the first go through of the kit reveal, guys. And my last thought, just between the two leads there, I don't know if it's going to be better than the Veers lead that we have, because that lead with more TM gain is actually pretty huge. It is only 10% when they gain a buff, but that stacks up very, very quickly, especially if you get kills, which translate into even more TM on Veers' unique. Although you could probably use Veers' unique here and just have him underneath the leadership for those kills and that TM gain, but I don't know too sure there. There's a lot of testing to be done here between this lead and Moff Gideon's lead, but as of right now, I do think Piet is going to be even crazier than before. Also, I feel like Shore is going to be playing a huge part here, as well as Stark, and especially Range with even more assisting. So be on the lookout for this guy. I'm not too sure when he drops, but whenever he does, be sure to get him with some gear, because just first looks, first glances, this is going to be insane of a character. I don't think this guy, anything with his kit, doesn't really seem to be damage oriented. He just boosts your teammates and your allies while hurting the enemies. Not much damage needs to be done here, so definitely get him gear 11 with 3 or 4 star, whatever it may be, and get him fast. I feel like that's the way to go here. So guys, thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it and you enjoyed my little run through of this really quickly and briefly, feel free to give it a like. I don't really do these a whole lot, but I thought today I would. It was a bit different of a pace, and I guess I got 2 videos out of it today, which is cool. I don't really do that, so this is kind of a weird one for me. But if you guys enjoyed it, yeah, definitely give it a like, share it around, and if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to sub. I got a Discord down below if you guys want to check that out. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below on this character and what you think about this down below in the comment section or in Discord. Thanks for watching again, and until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out and have a good one.